Hey guys, welcome back. It's official. We're smack dab in the middle of the summer, and creatively speaking, things are surely heating up on my end. My main intention for the summer was creative exploration, experimenting with different ideas, and coming out the other side with new work, a new approach, and a richer perspective on life itself. And I'm happy to report that so far the summer hasn't disappointed. Part of broadening one's own perspective is to be able to check in with those around you who are on their own explorative journey and trade notes. But when leaving the house means risking spontaneous combustion, what better than to stay in and concoct some organic skincare masks and moisturizing body oils and talk while we tend to our outer layers while revealing our inner ones. So, master baker and multi-talented girl boss friend Malavika and I whipped up some skincare recipes and got real with each other.
What are your questions?
My first question for you is, what is your biggest fear in life?
Oh, wow, that's a tough one. My biggest fear would be someone thinking I'm fake or kind of, I'm not sure, maybe immature and flippant, because I gave up like a really successful career to do what I want to do, and I'm not too sure a lot of people get this creative journey that I'm on, and I sort of feel like people just think I'm faffing around. I just feel like I come across in their eyes as someone who isn't successful, or money and power equate success for them, and that's not how it is for me. Maybe that's what it used to be before, but it certainly doesn't feel like that right now. Like, I'm so much happier on this journey that I'm on. I know it sounds really silly, but I do care about what people think about me. I feel like I have good people around me to tell me, you know, if I'm doing something right and smart. I just feel like right now people are afraid of this path that I'm on, and they're just like yesing me all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want people to get real with me. How do you deal with people really when you're so passionate about so many different things?
Deal with people as in the context of what they think?
Yeah, what they think. So what do they have to say about all of this, and how do you respond?
I think I don't think about that at all.
Okay.
To be honest, I think that I have finally come to a point where I'm creating things for myself, and I try very hard to not let too many voices in, because when you do that, you're kind of polluting your own process. And as an artist or a creative person, your process is the thing that is the only thing you have. You know, you can't control anything else. You can't control what people will think or what they'll say or how they will perceive you. You can only control what brings you joy, what you want to express, what you feel like doing in that moment. I think it's such a privilege to lead this life, so I focus on all the good stuff.
You have had tough days, right?
Of course, everybody does. You have a moment where you compare yourself, or you have a moment where you feel like, you know, don't I deserve acknowledgement? Don't I deserve to feel like my work is being appreciated? But I read this really good quote once, and I keep reminding myself of that every day. It's like, the only way to validate your work is by showing up and doing it. And if you...
So true.
Yeah, and if you wait for validation from outside, then you're screwed.
At this moment in your life, how important is passion? How much value do you put in it? And what are you most passionate about?
Passion is so important to me because it's literally what gets me going. Like, I am ready to go at 5 in the morning because I love what I do. From passion comes this burst of creativity, and it's so unexpected and so beautiful and so wonderful. And food is literally at the center of most decisions I make. But it comes out in different ways. It could be a cake today, it could be something for the blog tomorrow, it could be cooking for friends and family. It manifests itself in so many different ways, but at the heart of it, it's just pure passion and the love for food, and that's what gets me going. If you look back at your younger self, what did you really want to be when you grow up? And is that what you are today? If not, then how do you explain that to your younger self?
I always wanted to be a musician growing up. I wanted to write my own songs, I wanted to perform them, I wanted to tour with them. I feel very happy that I actually do those things, and I feel wonderful doing that. But what happened along the journey of pursuing that is that I started to realize that if you're a creative person, lots of different things are going to interest you and excite you and inspire you and call to you, and it is your duty to explore them. When you're young, you have certain ideas because you don't know much, you haven't lived much, you know what you know in the moment, and there's a beautiful immediacy to it. But as you grow up, you allow more things in, and it gets more confusing, but it even gets more layered and more beautiful. So you have to allow for your plans to change. The harder you hold on to your plan, the unhappier you get. And I feel like this last year especially, I've just sort of let go. I'm like, forget the master plan, you know, like let's focus on what's happening, what is the universe throwing my way.
Sure.
And answer that and forget everything else.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
We made the yogurt mask, which was really good.
It was actually really good.
It was like turmeric and yogurt. It's a marinade basically that we put on our faces.
Chicken.
It really like made our skin feel hydrated.
And also kind of closed the pores, right? It was
Yeah.
like super tight.
And it was a great
Feels good.
conversation while
Yes.
we had our masks on. And then we did the hydrating oil, which we've now put on our skin, and it's not, it didn't come across very oily. It's actually really nice. So I'm gonna put all the recipes, I guess, in the description box, which have been concocted by Malavika. I just want to thank you for doing this and for coming and talking to me about your process and your fears.
It's amazing to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And to also speak to like a fellow artist, creative, to understand your process.
Yeah.
And sort of maybe help me grow and evolve and
vice versa. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, right?
Yes, subscribe,
and
like, comment,
all of that. Tell us what you think. Try the masks and the oil thing. It's really fantastic.
And it's a fun, girly get-together plan.
But if you're a guy and you're thinking, I can't really, you have skin too.
You can master it.
Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!